here's the first batch that I got from the flea market. A lot of necklaces. I sell necklaces as well, and I can usually sell them for a little more than, say, bracelets or earrings. So I usually try to find really nice brooches or necklaces. That's my first thing. So let's start right over here. I have a bracelet. That's a chain bracelet that has a snap, which I think is pretty interesting. It is small. If I can get it snapped. Well, let me do this. It's a wide cuff. It looks really cool. It's kind of a mesh design with the snap, but it's really small. And I think that is really cool. I did find this glass. It's heavy. It might be crystal. It has a box clasp on the end. And it almost looks sterling, but I could be wrong. It's not marked sterling, but it looks like it is. And it's kind of a yellow hue to it. And it's graduated, nice faceted round glass beads or crystal. I just love that piece. Then we have a Lisner double layered. These are just acrylic, but if you can see the beads up close, they're really cool looking. They kind of have a striped moon glow look to them. 2 layers with a hook clasp marked on the clasp, the little extender chain. From the same vendor, I found this other 3-layered moon glow necklace. 3 different shades, is variegated. And it has the extender chain. It's not marked, but it's pretty nice. This one is glass. These orange ones might be acrylic, but most of it is glass. And look at these beads here. They're kind of a give-ray in a way. They have some orange color in the middle of a frosted bead. 3 layers. This is vintage. It has the hook clasp. It's marked Japan on the end. Really nice piece. This one I got at the thrift store after the flea market. This is the only piece I found at the thrift store. At this one, it needs a good cleaning. The edges are really dirty. And the back is all gold. It's not marked. It's a choker. Kind of a leaf swirl design, and the hook clasp on the end with a little extender. We have this bracelet that has these cool little lily looking flowers with glass beads and a box clasp on the end. It's not marked. Cute little vintage bracelet. This one is a Lisner. Real pretty clear rhinestone, no missing stones. And the clasp is a fold over clasp. Looking at it now, it looks like it had another chain on it that's missing. But I'm going to sell it as is, and I'll disclose that. Here's the back of the medallion. The medallion is not marked Lisner, but the clasp is. Could mean that it's not totally Lisner. Then we have this 1928 egg. It's in almost like a damascene, but it's not. It's black enamel with gold tone. And Easter's coming up, so I thought this would be a good one. It's got a lobster claw clasp and the 1928 tag on it. This one is angel skin coral, and I'm assuming black glass maybe. It's a nice piece. It's got a nice box or fish hook clasp on the end. You can see it's not marked. But the little pink beads are angel skin coral, and that will sell this necklace. Here's a beautiful confetti bead, green with some rhinestones around it and gold leaf. And it's not gold, it's just gold tone. Has a nice rope chain and a spring ring clasp, I think. Yes. Really nice necklace. And next we have a glass beaded necklace. It's 3 layers. This one was probably not, it's not going to be as expensive, like maybe $18, $20 I'll sell it for. This one is jasper. I always pick up stone necklaces every time I see them. You can feel how cold it is. You can see the stone, how variegated it looks. That's usually a jasper, like with this brown tone. Sometimes it's agate, but I believe this one's jasper. That one I'll probably sell in the 25. I'll probably list it at 25. Then we have a crystal one, which I always pick up. No, I shouldn't say I always do. I have tons of these in my store. They range anywhere from $18 to $25 for the standard ones, and if they're extra special or real long or multi-layered, you can get up to $40 on them. This one I thought was stone. It's different. It's cold to the touch. It is vintage. You can tell by the chain links on the extension here. It kind of looks like a nut though, because it's not registering even glass. So it must be some kind of nut, but for it to be cold, that's confusing me. I don't know what it is. This one, she kind of threw in with a lot. I didn't really want to buy it, but I did. It's not too bad. It's a newer one. It's got a lobster claw clasp, and these are stone, and that's the reason I took it. I keep getting registration of opal, and that's not what they are. I don't know what stone this is. If you know, see this one, it's probably just an agate. That one to me looks like agate. All right, next we have another stone one. This one is so beautiful. It's got some variegated stone colors, like really light blue, light green, and kind of yellow. There's some yellow tones in there. And these are registering all over the place with rock identifier. I don't know what they are. I've never run across one like this. They might just be agate. That's usually what I fall back on when I cannot figure it out, because agate comes in so many colors and so many variations of color. They're ice cold in my hands, so it's a really pretty necklace. This one is a goldette. Has 2 little tassels on the end. And it's got this little angel, little locket, I think, or it's just a slide. Let me see. Yeah, it just slides. So you can adjust the length of it. That's pretty nice. I think that one will do well. On the end, it's got this nice looking clasp and marked on the back of the clasp. We have another stone necklace. This one right here looks like calcite to me. These blue ones are lapis. The other ones look like jasper. That's my thought on this one, but they're all ice cold. Has a nice hook clasp, and it is sterling. It has 925 on it. It's actually a J Strongwater. It says DTR, and that stands for J Strongwater. So don't ask me why DTR for J Strongwater, but I've had them before, and I know that's what it is. This one is an all hematite necklace, which I don't see that very often. I shouldn't say all. It's got mother of pearl little seed bead, not seed bead, little oval beads in between. And it's got this nice little hematite tassel on the end. It is a heavier necklace, but I just thought it was really nice. It's ice cold. That hematite is cold. This one is goldstone. It's got this nice liquid silver looking multi-layered necklace with chains. And then all these are little goldstone chip beads and a flower with a goldstone in the middle and like a tassel of goldstone beads with little flowerets on the ends. And the clasp looks like this. It is not silver, but it's a really nice looking necklace. The back of the flower looks like this. It's not marked. It looks like it should have a mark, like it should be somebody that we know, but it's not. This one, I just do well with gold chunky chains, and this one's got some nice open work ball beads on it and some faux pearls. Really nice chunky. It feels like good quality. It's got a toggle clasp on it and it is not marked. I didn't pay a whole lot for that one. So then we got this one, which the end needs to be fixed, and I didn't realize that. This one is another confusing one to me. I think it's just like a conglomerate bead. I think it is, it says it's carnelian. It might be a carnelian agate or just like crushed carnelian that they made into beads. I'm not sure, but I don't want to lose the end. The end is sterling silver. And then we got these two stone necklaces. Are just long, straight chip beads. This is lapis lazuli and this is rose quartz. They actually go nice together, but they're both about the same length. They're really long. Nice long pieces. So that is it on the necklaces. Let's talk about the brooches here. This one is not marked, but it's all white glass. Here's what the back looks like. I did not see a maker on it. This one I couldn't pass up. It's an Eisenberg Ice Christmas tree, and all the rhinestones are there. It's kind of unusual, and it's not tarnished. It's in great shape. The mark is underneath the pin, and you can see how it's textured on the back. Just taking note of how things are made. This one I loved. He had it marked $9. I didn't want to pay $9, but it's a Givray. Can you see the color tone change? It's got a darker stripe inside of it. So it's two tones. That's what makes it called Givray, Givre. And it is a brooch with kind of a mesh looking rope around it. It is pointed on the back. No marks. And we have this Schrager. Yeah, Schrager. I don't see this one anywhere online. I can't find it. Schrager is one of those jewelry designers back when Shriner was making jewelry, and Coro and all the big designers. So this one is in that time frame. You can see how tarnished it is, but it is marked real nice with the oval cartouche on the back. Really nice little bird. I think somebody's gonna like it, even with that tarnish on it. We'll see. I think I might be able to sell it for $40 just because of the name. Then look at this bunny. I mean, I wouldn't pick up bunny brooches too often. This is a pendant and a brooch. You can wear it either way. Easter's coming up. It's chunky, it's big, it's domed. Like, it's well made. And it needs a good shining. It's not marked sterling, but it is marked MJ. If I figure out who MJ is, I'll put it on the screen. Really cute little bunny. Okay, I'm going to clear the screen and refresh all my jewelry. All right, here's my second batch of necklaces, mostly, and some bracelets. So I'll start over here, and this one is marked Japan. It's 2 layers of green. It has some little glass acrylic, they're glass beads accents. This one is a Premier Designs necklace. It's marked with the hang tag, and it's got a lobster claw clasp. It is newer, but I just really liked it. And Premier, it sells for about $15, $20. And we have this Monet. Monet always does well with little pearls. It's got a lobster claw clasp. It is a newer piece, but it's worth $15, $20. This one is a Kate Spade. Can you hear the quality of this? I can. It's heavy duty. It's well made. Here's what the back looks like. It is kind of scratched up, but that's the back side. Needs a good cleaning probably. And then we have the mark right there on the hang tag. Let me see if I can get it to lay flat. And it's got a little spade hang tag too behind it. This is a nice piece. This one I love too. Look at these are, I believe these are acrylic, but they're a heavy acrylic. But this little box clasp on it is just adorable. It has gold back on it that's kind of tarnished. But look at the beads on this. And it's 2 layers. Nice, well made. I really am surprised it's not marked. But nice necklace. Then we have this. I picked up this one. I always have a regret, but I only paid $2 for it. I kind of thought these were cloisonné, and this lady was in the back corner, and I picked it up thinking they were cloisonné, but they're not. It's just an acrylic bead that's made to look like cloisonné. So these are all real light acrylic pieces. I may throw it in with a lot and try to match up some other colors of earrings and stuff to go with it. This one is a really nice heavy-duty chain by Napier. It's a double curb link. Has a fold over clasp. It's a nice piece. This one is Napier as well. I might try to find some Napier earrings to match these little accents here, or just some gold earrings that would coordinate with it nicely. That would give it a little more value. Otherwise, it's probably only worth maybe $15, $20. This is such a pretty cross. It has some depth to it. It's newer, but I still liked it. It's a nice long chain and a lobster claw clasp on the end. This one is a newer piece as well. It's layered, but puffy hearts are in. And I think I need to sit this one in some jewelry cleaner and see if it gets some of that tarnish off of it. But it's got a saying on it. It says, "With all my love," or "with all my heart." And then it's got a Lord, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart," Luke 10:27. So it's just a nice puffy heart necklace. This one is so pretty. I don't know if you can see it down here when it's laying flat. You can see all the nice little dangles it has. And these, like the pendant part of it, has this really pretty swirl enamel design on it. It's made to look vintage, but it is new. You'll see the lobster claw clasp here. It is not a vintage piece. You can tell by the back as well. The more pieces you look at that are vintage and pieces that are new, you'll be able to tell the difference. This is just a lightweight acrylic pearl. Again, this is one of those pieces that I picked up real fast because I just think anything different in pearls is a fairly good seller. This one's just got some unique dangles to it. So, I don't know. I may try it for $15 and see if it sells. Oh, 2 more necklaces. This one is probably the best one out of this bunch. It has some glass briolets, dangles on the ends, the purple briolets. And then it's got amethyst. And the green ones, I almost think they're citrine. And it's got some freshwater pearls on it. It's a really nice necklace. It's got a pretty lobster claw clasp on the end, gold tone. It's just nice, nicely done. You can tell it's handmade, but they use some really good stones. And then the last necklace in this bunch is this one. It's a Cookie Lee. It has some pretty, I believe these are acrylic, but they kind of have a swirl look to them. Brown and reddish on a curb link chain, and it's got a lobster claw clasp on the end. Somewhat newer, probably early 2000s, but Cookie Lee's not too bad of a brand to sell. This one I love. It's very lightweight. It's a puffy heart, etched hearts, and these little unique pressed hearts in metal, and a key on it. It's very lightweight, so I'll list that. Some people may want lightweight. This one, coins do well too in charm bracelets. This one is extremely lightweight. I have another charm bracelet that's coins that's kind of tarnished. I may just include it with this one, and they can take off what they want off of each one. In this one we have another, these are lamp work beads. The glass, they kind of look like a timepiece or a little wrapped something. They got little purse on it and some little mint green beads. It's a cute little charm bracelet and a heart. People are loving charm bracelets right now, so I picked all these up. This is another heart one. I know Valentine's Day is over, but you still got heart lovers. This one has a blue one that's kind of worn off. I might have to take that one off. But it needs a good cleaning, and it should be a good seller. And this one is an Avon seashell one. And I picked this one up because I sold one, I feel like, fairly recently. And I believe I have earrings that match this that I could include with it. But Avon does fairly well. I mean, it's not high-end, but it's okay. It sells for maybe $15, that bracelet. But all of these necklaces were on the cheaper side, so I have no problem selling them for $15. All right, I'm going to clear this and put the last batch up. Okay, here's the third and last set of stuff, and there's some really pretty stuff in this batch. So I'm going to start on this end. We have some glass oblong beaded agate stones. They're cold. This one's got a little bit of a chip on it, but it's not that noticeable. And it has a lobster claw clasp on the end. It's a gorgeous piece, bright, colorful, love it. This one, look at them, AB glass, maybe crystal. No, I think they're glass with the seed beads that are glass. This one is really long, has a lobster claw clasp on the end. It's newer, but it's kind of a station necklace where the beads are separated by seed beads and they stay in place. That means they're stationary. Then we have this gorgeous pink glass heart beaded necklace. Glass, got a magnet clasp. It is heavier, but oh, this would have been perfect for Valentine's Day, but I didn't get it in time. This one is a purple glass beaded. This lampwork bead in the center is really nice. It's got some interior coloring of like a lavender color inside of a dark purple. And these are iridescent coated like carnival glass almost. Purple and some AB stones with the toggle clasp on the end. It is not marked. This one's such a pretty pastel one. It's newer, but I really thought it's a nice length. It's probably an 18-inch length, but it has these pastel pink stones and some like frosted stones on a light gold tone with all these little rhinestones in between. I thought this would be perfect for Easter. Here's what the back looks like. It's smoother, it's linked. It's not like a real heavy-duty quality one, but it's still a really nice one. Then we have these pink ones. I don't know, must have been thinking about Easter. This one is marked Hong Kong on the hook clasp. It's triple layered. I'm looking to see what this little dangle here is. We do have an issue with it. See how this little one is dangling off of there? But that's alright, I'll disclose that. And it's got some little orange beads in between. You would never think to put pink and orange together, but what a nice little accent that is. Here's another one. This one is newer, made to look vintage. It's got the gold. It's got some glass beads in it. It does have some weight to it. It's not all acrylic. These might be acrylic, these little cream colored Baroque pearls. But these other ones are glass. I can feel the weight. This is a nice stone necklace with a toggle clasp. It has a jasper stone on it, oval pendant, and it is beaded. I get lots of beaded necklaces. This one is a Chico's Baroque pearl. It's got some cute little tassels. It is brand new, tag's still on it. It's got all these this key charm, a little rhinestone on a gold disc, and this little medallion, and it's double layered. It's a nice Chico's necklace. This one's pretty cool. It's a bee, and this is in pewter, and it has a curb chain, curb link with a spring ring clasp on the end. This one is adorable, another great spring one. It has little pink flowers with green leaves in lampwork beads with little pastel pink pearls in between. I'm sure they're imitation pearls. And we have purple, another purple one. These are glass beads. This almost looks like sterling beads in between with a round pendant on it and a barrel clasp. And yet we have another purple one. This one is a cup chain, they call this, with all the rhinestones up and down the chain. And some oval prong set, open back, bigger beads. It is doubled up on the end here. It's just a nice, well-made piece with a hook clasp on the end, not marked. This one, who does this look like to you? I thought maybe it was Monet or Trifari, but it's not marked. I do not know who made this, but boy, does it look like one. I picked it up anyway. I thought if people like the Trifari, they might like that one too. And here we have another necklace this is garnet. I thought it was either garnet or amethyst. It's registering garnet even though it looks more purple, so it may be amethyst. And I love the little glass bead accents in between. They have a little purple mixed in. Pretty nice. And it's long. We have a stone necklace with some glass beads in between and some interesting little different types of beads. This one might be carnelian. These other ones might be a jasper and a toggle clasp on the end. This one, when it gets cleaned up, it could be really pretty. It's just kind of a short choker necklace. You can see by the rivets on the back that it's probably from the 1950s. Just a cute little rosette necklace. We have another cup chain, blue. Blue is always popular, but the baguettes that hang from this make this so pretty. I don't know if you can see them very well. And it is a fold-over clasp and not marked. We have another cup chain with red in it this time. And I love these. I think these are lucite. It's got needs some cleaning. But it's so pretty, all these red, like striped beads. Here's the back. You can see how the cup chain is linked together. Okay, that's it. Oh, here's one more necklace. This one's a Bogoff. B-O-G-O-F-F. It's a pretty rhinestone one. This little stone right here looks a little yellow. Some of the smaller stones look a little yellow too. Could use a good cleaning, but I don't think that's going to change the yellow stone on it, and it wasn't as visible in the flea market than it is under this light. Here's the back. It's marked Bogoff right here and somewhere else. I've seen it a couple places on this necklace, right on the ends of the clasp. It is a fold-over clasp. Okay, we're going to go to bracelets now. I got these two AB glass bracelets with toggle. This one's got a toggle end, and this one's got a older lobster claw clasp. Let me show that to you. Really pretty bracelets. This is a nice old one. The spring ring clasp on the end. It's kind of round links. They're overlapping, which makes it really nice. Here's what the back looks like. It's not marked, but you can tell it's old. We have another one from like the 1950s, 60s. This one's real lightweight. This might even be the 70s. It's kind of like just a lighter weight metal with black enamel. And this one is a goldette slider. They call these sliders that go up and down. This one needs a real good cleaning. You can see it's just filthy. It has some verdigris on it. Here's what the back looks like. It's tarnished. I don't want to take all the tarnish off, but I do want to get that verdigris off and maybe shine up some of the pearls a little bit. And I'll take a toothbrush. Sometimes I put just a dab of water on a paper towel and take a toothbrush and just dab the toothbrush on the paper towel and get it a little bit wet and then just brush it off to get all the dust off of it. I can see the dust flying just by doing that with a dry brush. But yeah, that's a really cool little bracelet. I did miss this necklace. This is a check glass necklace. And it's just got a plain chain on it with a spring ring clasp. But it's such a pretty stone. This one I thought might be an artisan piece. I don't see any marks on it, whether it's sterling or not. I don't think it is. But it just looks like it could be, because it's a nice, just artisan looking. Which I'll test it, make sure it's not. Here's another bracelet, charm bracelet. This one definitely looks like Napier or Lisner, but it's not marked. But it certainly looks like one. But I'm not going to list it as that, but it's definitely in the style of them. And here's another charm bracelet with some blue little rosettes and some glass. Just nice little curb link chain charm bracelet. This one's really pretty. Just a dressy one. It's newer. It's got a lobster claw clasp, little AB glass rhinestone beads, dangles. You could possibly call it a cha-cha bracelet when it dangles like that. This one is a coral, and it is marked right here. It's in clear as can be, which is unusual for coral. With the Pegasus, it's still got little rhinestones on the clasp. Nice layered. Is this a foxtail? It looks like foxtail chain. You know, like a aquamarine, almost like a teal looking stone on it. Pretty. I forgot this necklace too. This is a coral necklace. Oops. And it has this bar length chain on it. It's really short. It's going to be a choker with a pendant. It's got this type of a clasp on it. It's kind of a fish hook in a way. Here's what the back looks like. Bracelets, let's see. Here's another one. This one's a Whiting and Davis clamper. Well, it's not a clamper. It's a hinged bangle with the safety chain. And it is marked. It's marked somewhere inside. Sometimes the Whiting and Davis is real lightweight, light. You can kind of see it right inside the cuff there. This one is my favorite. It's a memory wire fruit salad. Could possibly be Miriam Haskell, not marked. What do you think? Any Miriam Haskell lovers out there? I love this one. That's my favorite of the day. And we have another Whiting and Davis one that needs to go in jewelry cleaner. It's got verdigris on it, and it is a hinged bangle, but it will be no problem getting it clean. You can't really see it too bad, but it's on the inside mainly. Okay, next I guess we have brooches. So I have this leaf brooch that's frosted. This is a Lisner. I was pretty impressed by this. I'd never seen this one before. Leaf brooches are pretty popular, but this frosted acrylic or lucite is marked Lisner on the back there. That's pretty cool. This one is not marked, just a black and white flower one, prong set, marquee style beads. It needs a good cleaning. It's got open backs on it, probably from the 60s. This one's really interesting. It's like a bell. with some marquee prong set, green, or some people call them navettes. It's got little red round ones on the ends and green ones bordering the little scroll work on the inside. Here's what the back looks like. The pin is bent, which I can straighten. I'm not seeing any marks on the back. It's a really neat one. This one I love. Don't know why, but I love it. It's little flowerets with these little ribbed settings on each one. And the stones just sparkle. I don't know if you can see that in this light, but they just sparkle. And here's what the back looks like. It is not marked, but another adorable brooch. Here's another brooch. This one is an Elle, E-L-L-E. It looks almost Victorian style to me, but it's newer. Again, it's the style of Victorian. It's got some purple enamel. I think it's just a cool brooch. And last is my favorite brooch set. This is a West Germany cameo. Here's the filigree backs. Very nice. Looks like this one might have been on a necklace at one point in time. But all the rhinestones are in there and little faux pearls. That's one of my favorites. Then we have earrings. So we have these glass beaded earrings. Now these I'll probably sell for, I'll probably list these at $25, $30 because they're glass and they're very unique. They have nice swirl beads. They are vintage. Here's what the back looks like. They're in good shape. You have some rhinestone brown leaf looking ones. Now these I'll probably list 20 to 25. Here's some Monets. I believe this goes with the set. I'm gonna have to look up the name of the set because I don't remember it, but they are Monet. You can see the signature clasp on the back here. It's like a pressurized clasp. Here is some, these are acrylic, but they look glass. So I think they'll do all right. They are vintage. They're lovely dangles. They got the cute little clasps on the back. They're kind of short. And second last is, these to me look like Miriam Haskell. Unsigned Miriam Haskell was back in the 40s. She did have a little bit into the 50s that were unsigned, but I don't list them as Miriam Haskell if I don't know for sure. So I'm going to look in the book and see if I can see these, but this looks like the pearls that they used. They're called Nikki pearls. I could be wrong, but these do favor that quite a bit. So I did pick them up just in case. But then my favorite of all are these two cute little flower rhinestone earrings. And they got a margarita stone on them. And navettes. And they have a little red tip in the middle. Makes me believe that they're Juliana's. Here's what the clasps look like. And they're open backs and they're dirty as heck, so I need to really clean them. But I don't see any puddling, which doesn't mean that they're not, but Juliana does have puddling a lot of times. Does have 3 little holes on the tip right there, so I'm thinking they might be. but I'm going to look into it more and find out for sure. But aren't they adorable? So that's the end of what I have to show you. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what your favorite piece is if you can remember, because there were so many pieces. I bet I had over, oh gosh, probably close to 80 or 90 pieces. So let me know if you remember what your favorite piece is, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me.